This is what ended up working for me for my portal to stop lag and have perfect connection at home. Two disclaimers up front. I'm not an IT expert. I don't know anything about IT, and that's why for the past 7 months I haven't really used my portal much because there was always lag. This ended up working for me though. I had to look up definitions, troubleshoot a bunch of different stuff, and this stuck. This happened to work. So I hope it works for some of you. Second disclaimer, without an Ethernet cable connected to your PS5, a lot of this is moot. It doesn't even matter if you don't have a hard wire to your PS5 to take full advantage of the portal's streaming capabilities. That being said, the first thing I had to do was get a scanner app so I could scan the networks around me. I have an Apple, so I used iOS's Airport Utility app. It's in the App Store. If you have an Android or whatever device, I'm sure you can find a free app or whatever website to do the same thing. They probably all work the same. If you are using the iOS, you have to go into Settings, scroll down to Apps, and then find the Airport Utility app, and scroll down to where you see Wi-Fi scanner. Toggle that on. Then you'll go back into your scanner app, scan everything around you. You'll notice that there's a bunch of different networks popping up, network names, and some of them have the same channels. That's what we want to change to make sure that we are on a channel that isn't being used by other networks. And these are the steps I took for that channel change. Again, if you are an IT expert or you know what you're doing with this stuff, please don't make fun of me. This just worked for me. I'm trying to learn. Anyway, I went to 192.168.0.1. That's the one that was in the back of my router. So you'll go to the back of your router or wherever your sticker is, look for what the IP address is you need to log into. Then once you're on that, you want to actually get the username and password. I went back to the default one just so I can show you guys. So username, admin, my password is da-da-da-da-da. Once you log in, you should see your router's front page. Everybody's routers and provider will probably look different, but they're all essentially work the same. So you want to go to something where it says wireless setup. Once in the wireless setup, you want to make sure that you're in the 5 gigahertz frequency. That's what we want to change. We want to change the 5G channels. Go down to where it says radio setup and find where it says your channel settings. Again, things might look different. Once you have these settings though, you're in the right spot. I ended up changing mine to channel 40. If your thing is on auto, turn it off. If there's a setting that says toggle auto frequency search thing on or off, make sure it's off. That way your router will always be on this channel and not try to change. When I did change this, I also had to change the frequency, whatever this down here is, wireless channel width. I had to change it from 80 to 40. I don't know why. It wasn't working for me at 80, but it was working for me at 40. So if you do change it to whatever channel and you go through all the proper setups, didn't work, maybe it's something with the wireless channel width. Anyway, just click apply and it should set it up. Now you want to go and reset your router. That's what I had to do. Technically speaking, this is all you had to do to make sure that you have a good connection without any interruptions with your portal, streaming it at home. But I ended up going into the static IP address and changing that. First of all, because I didn't know what I was doing, so I probably went way too overboard. So here's what I did. I essentially went into some kind of advanced settings, so find where that is. For my router, it's called DHCP reservations. I've heard that it might be called something else, like a LAN reservation or something else, but you'll want to find the spot where you can change your manual IP addresses. You'll need to get the MAC address from your portal. So go into your portal, go up to settings. It's under the system's information setting stuff, and you just want to find it where it says, your MAC or your portal's information. So you want to get that MAC address, which is at the bottom of the page with all the info. Once you have that, go back to your router settings online where we were earlier, to those advanced settings. Look at your DHCP settings, your LAN settings, or whatever they might be called, and see what that range is for you. I think mine was a little different from all the things I kept seeing online. But whatever it was, I ended up picking whatever number. Then you go into select the MAC address and you want to create it manually. So you put in the MAC address to your portal, then you go to the IP address and assign it to the one that you just chose. In between that, beginning and ending, and then one that's not being used by another device. Again, I have no idea if any of this part even matters or if you can really just stop at the channel part. I ended up going through this because I don't know what I was doing, and I was learning on the fly, learning the definitions, trying to just get tips on other stuff and correlate it to the PlayStation Portal and networking. So if this was just a waste of your time and none of this worked for you, I'm sorry. For those of you that are in IT or do networking things, excuse my ignorance. I promise to learn more about this. It was super interesting and I couldn't get enough of it. So I'm gonna continue to kind of expand my understanding of all that and how everything correlates to the devices I use every day. Feel free to continue the discussion down below. Whatever tips work for you, add stuff to it. Call me an idiot for making this video and it doesn't even work for you. I don't care, but let's keep this thread open and public so that when people get the portal, they have at least some kind of guide and somewhere to start, unlike us, who I swear I couldn't find a single video that taught me any of this or told me that I could be doing any of this in like a 20-minute span.